Hello, I just turned 40 in the first week of January, and I am single, not married, and childless. So I just wanted to talk about it. And I'm going to try to not really, I kind of want this to be raw, so I'm not really going to try to edit anything unless I get interrupted or, I accidentally dox somebody. I don't think it's going to happen unless it's an ICE agent. We can totally dox ICE agents. But anyway, so yeah, I just wanted to make this video in case there's anybody else in the same boat as me, about to turn 40, just turned 40, unmarried, no children, and whether you're happy about that or not, we can talk about that. Let me know how you feel in the comments. So just wanted to kind of share my thoughts about it and see if maybe it helps somebody out there, or I don't know, maybe you can relate. We'll see. So in terms of, being unmarried and childless, for me, it's not what I wanted. It's weird. Like, I kind of went through an evolution. When I was younger, I never wanted to get married. Because okay, there's a lot of divorce in my family. I'm going to say that. I'm not trying to go too deep into that. But that, when you come from a family where there's a lot of divorce, it makes you not want to be married. So I never wanted to get married until I met somebody who I actually did want to marry. I was like, oh, okay, maybe it's just I was not meeting the right person. And obviously it didn't work out, and that's okay. They're still a great person. But yeah, so I kind of went through that evolution where now I would like to be married, but I don't want to be married to the wrong person. So that's why I'm still not married, because, I'm not desperate. I would rather be alone than be with the wrong person, because if you have been, I think we've all been in relationships where we weren't happy, and, or maybe we stayed longer than we needed to. Like, I just feel like I just think of that feeling when you're kind of stuck in a relationship like that. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I would much rather be single, be alone, than be in that situation. So until, I find someone who is the right person for me and is going to actually make my life better and going to add something to my life, I'll be alone. Totally fine. So I'm not here like, oh, feel sorry for me or anything like that. That's not what this video is about. But I am good. I've been single for a long time. I've been single almost 10 years. So yeah, it's a long time. But, like when I think about the people that I've dated in those 10 years, going on dates and stuff like that, like I'm glad that, it didn't work out. Because, you like people and then you realize, why they weren't the right person. So, and then, like it's kind of, it feels a little weird because like, it's one thing I can't control, love and relationships and stuff like that. Because in terms of like what I'm doing for work and stuff like that, that's something I can work on to be happy. That's kind of my main thing now, is as I'm getting older, is like, I just want to be happy. I just kind of think of the things that I want in my ideal life, and I'm just trying to make all of those happen. I'm not at my ideal life yet, but I feel like I'm getting there, so that's good. But have the relationship, the dream person, that's like the one thing I can't really control, because I can have an impact of where I live, and maybe it's not your dream place yet, but that's one place you can have an impact. Like, if you're not happy with your life, think about the things you can control. Your job, your where you work, where you live, exactly like your living situation. Like, do you live alone, roommates, blah blah blah. So just work on that stuff if you're like, because that's kind of how I felt a few years ago. I was like just not super happy, and I was like, what can I work on? Obviously you can't create your dream person and have them pop up. So that's kind of, for me, that I feel like that's like probably one thing that's missing, I guess. But like, I'm not like, I'm good with my life right now. Okay. Like that's like the one thing where it's like, we'll see, you know. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. And you know, it's kind of funny, I kind of joke about it too, like my two sisters are married. I'm the oldest of four, three girls, one boy. I'm the oldest girl and I'm not married, so I kind of joke about that. But you know, I just hope that whoever it is, whenever it happens, they better be worth the wait, because I waited 10 years, dude. Waiting 10 years. Well, not waiting, I'm not just like sitting around like la 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 la, you know. But you know, being single and like, oh my gosh, just if you've dated, you know, just it's hard out there, you know, the ghosting, you know, you can't rely on people and people pretending to be they're not, like it's just a lot. So it's like, okay, I've been through all of that, can I just meet him already? I get a little like, come on. And so I'm like, dang, whoever it is, like they need to be freaking amazing for it to be worth the wait of 10 years. Like that's why I'm not going to settle. And I you know, encourage you to not settle either, unless you want to settle. Unless you want to settle, okay. I don't want to settle. Like I said, I would rather be alone and happy than be with someone who, yeah, like is gonna drag you down. Like why? Oh my god, no. Someone who's gonna make you like spend all your money and then like no, and you know, take you away from your dreams. No, thank you. And I hope, you know, you're in that, you feel the same way as well. But yeah, so I'm not gonna settle. So like I said, whoever it is, if it's meant to be, hopefully they're worth it. They better be worth it. And that's why, you know, like I said, I can't settle, because like being single for 10 years, going through all of that, you know, dating minefield, like why would I settle for just like anyone? Like if we're not matching, if they're not a great person, like no, I don't want to be with you, like, or I'm not going to waste my time. Sorry, I have this like freaking cord that's keeps getting in the way. Oh my god, technical difficulties. So yeah, and it just, I don't know if you feel this way, like if you want to be married, you know, find the partner. Like I know, I just want to acknowledge the women out there who they're very happy, they don't even want a partner, they want to be alone for the rest of their lives. Cool, I support you if that's what you want. Like I just support whatever you want, that's gonna make you happy. But right now I'm just talking about the ones in the same boat as me, where like we would like someone but we don't want to be with the wrong person. I do want to say that like at 40, I have, you know, people in my life, friends, acquaintances and stuff, that they've been married multiple times and stuff like that, and I'm like, dang, I can't even get one marriage under my belt. I kind of joke about that, but you know what, it's okay. I think being 40 and still like never married, it just means I've, you know, I know what I want. And yeah, I'm really picky, but like I said, I know what I want and I'm not going to settle, and I'm fine being alone. Like I feel like I'm an expert being alone. I've been very independent my whole life. Not really because I want to be, like, of course, it's things, you know, life is much easier when you have a great partner with you, right? But like they're not here. So I have to do things alone. So I'm not really independent because I have to be. I mean, because I want to be. It's more because I have to be, because, you know, if you've been dating, yeah, you've probably met a lot of incompetent people, and it's like, why would I be with someone who's incompetent when it's like, let me just do it myself, you know, when it's that situation constantly, like, let me just be alone. Like, if I constantly have to do double the work for both of us, like, I'll just be alone and just do the work for me. So that's kind of what I'm talking about, where, like, I'm not going to settle for someone who's going to, like, just add more stress and work to your life. No, thank you. And then just kind of, I don't want to go on this too long, but yeah, just basically don't settle. And hopefully, you know, we all find what we would love, and I just, why not? Like, I hope so, you know, I hope we all do, like the ones who would like a partner, because I am such a good partner. Like, I'm not saying I'm perfect, but like I am a very loving person. You can ask my friends, family, like I love kids, I love animals, like I just love spreading love, making people laugh and things like that. And I'm like, I'll be such a good partner. So we're where I think somebody like me, it's just weird because like somebody like me who's very loving, and other people too. Like I have friends who I have friends who are like, my friends are either like married or single. Like I don't really have any like in between. But my single friends like are great too, and like just great people, and they would be great partners too. But it's like, dang, why can't we find anyone? But sometimes you see horrible people in relationships, and it's like just douchebags, men and women. And I'm like, how can you find a husband? But like, I can't. I don't know. Maybe we're just too awesome. We are just too awesome. There's less people that, are up to our level. So there's less of us. There's less people in our dating pool. Oh, and that's another thing too that I was thinking about before I turned 40 is like, I know like there's going to be less options. Like I'm being realistic. Like, on dating apps, I don't really like to use the dating apps. Like I prefer to meet people in person. I've just met the best people in person. The best people I've dated were people I met in person. But I have noticed like I was prepared. Okay, I told myself like on dating apps, like you're just gonna get less likes because of the filter. Because there's probably a lot of guys out there who have the filter up to like age 39. They probably don't have 40 and up. So I have noticed that like whereas before you get like, I'm not going to say how many likes, but like I got a good amount of likes and everything. And now it's a lot less, but I don't really think like, oh, it's because I'm a horrible person or anything. I think it's really just because of the filter, because, maybe guys in their 20s who would date an older woman, maybe they would date up to 39, maybe up to 40 or more is like, oh my God, no. But then like they meet me in person and, not in apps, but if a guy meets me in person, they're like shocked. They have no clue that I'm 40. So, and when they find out, they don't even care. So, yeah. So just be prepared for that in case you're like wondering like, why am I not getting likes? It's just, I don't think it's really because of you. Like, especially if you haven't really changed that much. I really think it's just a filter. So just remember that. And then, in terms of the being childless, I would like to be a mom. Like I said, I love kids and I'm just really happy around kids and I would love to be a mom, but I don't want to be a single mom. That's my personal choice. Okay. That's because, like I said, I'm very independent. Like life is already hard enough doing things on your own and then doing things alone with a child. Like, unless I'm rich, which I'm not yet, that's just too much. And I don't think it's fair for the child. Like me being stressed out on all the time. Like it's already enough work raising a child with two parents. I've seen it. Okay. My sister has two boys and other people I know with kids where it's two parents with good jobs. The parent, the dads have good jobs or, they're not like struggling financially and it's still hard. Okay. If you like, so when I see that like couples who are good financially and they're two parents and they're still like, oh my God, kind of, you see the work that goes into raising a kid. It's like, yeah, I definitely don't want to do that alone. Okay. If you want to do that and you have the money, like great, but like I saw a really good reel on Instagram, but I think it was a divorce lawyer. I'm not sure. I think it was a divorce lawyer. And she said, do not have kids if you cannot afford them on your own. And I kind of already thought that ahead, like before I even saw that reel, because I think about that too. Because I'm like, if anything happens and that's why I try to make my own money. But I don't want to just fully 100% depend on a guy. I feel like even if I get married, I just naturally am a creative person and I always want to be creating something. I don't know if I could definitely take time off to raise a kid. Like I'm not opposed to that. But I would want to like get back to work. Hopefully not as much. Hopefully, I'll have a better life making a little bit more money. And yeah, I can actually take that time off. But that's the reason why, like, because people just automatically will be like, just adopt, or foster. And I'm like, dude, like, let me make sure I'm good financially first. And then see, if I have the extra income for a kid. Like I have a dog right now. And I'm not saying it's the same thing, but that's still an expense, especially because I've been traveling with him. Like I'm in Europe right now and traveling with the dog, that's more money. And then with the kid, it's like, Okay, like, so it's like I already have to spend money on my dog, which I love, so it's okay, but like you gotta be able to afford it. So that's why I haven't had kids yet, and I'm that's one thing I'm like, I'm glad I haven't, because I obviously I went to high school like you guys, obviously, and there's people from high school same age as me who had kids right out of high school, in high school, and now we're the same age and they have like a full grown adult child and I still don't have one. And I'm not saying that makes me sad, but it's just like I just couldn't do it. Like I'm glad that like I didn't have a kid with some random dude or whatever. And I'm like, that is, for me, like, who you marry is the most important decision of your life. So that's why I'm super picky. Like, hello, why shouldn't you be picky? You should be picky. All right. And anyone who's been married, I think you will agree with me. Okay. So yeah, I am going to take that very seriously. Not just who I'm going to marry and spend the rest of my life with. I mean, you're going to have to spend the rest of your life with them. So yeah, you better like them. You better like each other. And then not just that, but for me, because I also, like, if you want to have a kid, that's the other thing you have to think about. Like, are they a good partner, and will they be a good dad? That's two things. Okay, if you don't want to have kids, cool, you don't have to think about that. But if you do want to have kids, yeah, and that could be a deal breaker, because I've dated guys who they might be a great partner, but then I think about them as a dad. It's like, I don't know. I don't feel like I really trust my intuition, and my intuition has not steered me wrong. So I advise you to listen to your intuition. Like, if I don't feel right with a dude, like I listen to that and I'm like, this is, I might not be able to explain it in the moment, but later on I'll be like, you know what? I'm so glad, I didn't stay with that guy or whatever. And maybe now a few years later, you'll be like, okay, I can kind of understand why it didn't work out with him, or why he was not the best partner. But yeah, just because the guy's nice, that's not enough. Nice does not pay the bills. Okay, it's not going to raise a child. But just because you're nice doesn't mean you're going to be a good dad. So just remember to think about that too. Like, if you feel like bad about not meeting someone yet, or not having a kid, like, maybe the guys were not going to be good dads. Like, for me, like I said, I've dated, like I said, great guys who might be a great husband, great partner, but when I think about them as a dad, it's like, I don't know, and then you have to be aligned as well. So, like, are they, they might be great guys, but they might say, oh, well, I don't want kids. All right, well, that's not going to work. On to the next one. So yeah, it's a lot of things you have to think about. And that's why I take that decision very seriously. And I think you should too. And you shouldn't feel bad. If other people make you feel bad about it. I know it's super annoying. I feel you. Because, people are always trying to give you suggestions, how to fix it. Like I said, oh, just adopt, just foster. Like, yeah, that's like a huge decision, dude. Like, taking, a whole child in, that's going to depend on you. That's not something I'm gonna be like, yeah, sure, like, let me just adopt. Like, and then with adoption, I don't know about fostering, just because, I haven't really looked into it, because I'm not ready to do that yet. I'm not financially ready. But I know for adoption, there are financial requirements. So I'm like, I don't even have to look over the requirements. Like, I already know I'm not like gonna even be eligible to adopt yet. So no. So, and that's something like I would want to take care of first. And it's always, something I'm working on, finances and stuff. I'm 40. I've learned a lot in life. I made some mistakes when I was younger. Let me know if you can relate, getting a little too excited about those credit card offers you got when, in the mail, and your parents didn't really give you much of an allowance. You're like, credit card's awesome. But hey, if you're working on it to fix it, I commend you. I'm too. Making good progress. Just keep it going. So yeah, like, I feel you. Let me know, like, what responses you give people if they're like, oh, why aren't you married? Or why don't you just adopt? Blah, blah, blah. It's really annoying. And no, being single and childless or unmarried doesn't make you a horrible person. In case you're feeling horrible, don't. And just instead of focusing so much on that, like I said, that's not something you really, I mean, I can't talk. You can, I guess, control having a child. Maybe not I guess with like sperm donor, egg freezing, the donation, or adoption, fostering. So you can kind of control that aspect, but you can't really control when you're going to meet your soulmate, or maybe that's not the right word to use, when you're going to meet the person you're going to marry. Okay. We can control that. So I would advise just not focusing so much on that. Like, focus on what you can control. Like I said, for me, when I kind of mentioned this earlier, but when I was not feeling that great, I just like was trying to focus on what I can control. I'm like, okay, what's one thing that's making me unhappy? My job. All right, let me try to fix that. And I fixed it. I'm not saying I have my dream job yet, but like I'm a lot happier in terms of work. So that's good. It's just progress, just baby steps. Not saying you're going to have to fix your life right away, but as long as you're making progress to your goals, like that's always good. So I worked on my job. Then I was like, okay, what's another thing that's making me unhappy? Where I'm living, like the city. Then also think about like not just the city, then the neighborhood. Maybe you do like the city, but you're not a good neighborhood. Try to fix that. And then also your living situation. You could be in your dream city in your dream neighborhood, but you don't like your living situation. Maybe you have roommates, or you're living with, I don't know, a friend's mom or something. I don't know. Then work on fixing that. And when I just worked on those things, like I found myself a lot happier. And then another thing you can work on is hobbies. Okay, maybe, there's a certain passion that I was neglecting. How can I get back into that passion? Or maybe there's something I've been wanting to learn for a long time that could help me in a career, help me make some money. Work on that. Just focus on things you can control and building like a better life for yourself, like building your dream life. Basically, that's what I'm trying to do. And so far so good. Like I'm making progress. I'm not there yet, but like I'm in Europe right now, like at 40. That's pretty good. I wanted to be in Europe. So I'm happy about that. But I just feel like once you start working on things that you can control, you're going to just be happier and you're just going to give off better vibes. I'm not trying to get to like, guru manifestation thing here. But yeah, like it definitely helps. Like I feel because I am doing what I want and I'm here in Europe, which is something I've been wanting to do. Like I've traveled to Europe before. It's not my first time here, but just being here now, like I'm a lot happier and I feel like other people can feel it. And when I was back in the US where I was like, some things were good, but some things, were not. And I couldn't take it anymore. Living situation was one of them. So I'm a lot happier here. And I just feel like you're just gonna be more attractive. Like if you're in a better, you're doing your thing, you're living your life, you're happier, that's gonna be way more attractive. And maybe you'll be more approachable than, someone who's like always stressed, always crying. I've definitely been there, so don't worry. And you're just like not happy with your life. Like nobody wants to be with a partner who, obviously you're going to go through your ups and downs as a human. Duh, I get it. Like I've been through my ups and downs for sure. Like a lot of stuff. Okay. I'm just I do think I'm a very strong, resilient person just because I've been through a lot. And, I'm not a bitter a-hole. So I feel like that makes a difference. But what was that? Oh my gosh, I kind of lost track of what I was saying. But basically, like, you're just going to be more like, that nobody wants to be with somebody like that. Like, just think about you, who you're attracted to, whether you're attracted to another, I don't know, men, women, whoever. Are you going to be more attracted to the person who's like going out, after their dreams, is happy, is, a joy to be around? Are you going to be more attracted to that person or the person who's like, I hate my life and, like not really trying to better their living, like their life? Like who's going to be more attractive to you? Who will, like, come on, let's be honest. You're going to be more attracted to the person who's like has things going on. Okay. So you should be that person who has things going on. Like, I'm not trying to this was not supposed to be a dating advice video, but but I feel like that's just how you're gonna attract the right person for you. Once you're living your life, like the life that you want, hopefully, the right person will appear somehow in life. And yeah, I hope so. Like I was watching a video from Kelly from Love is Blind season 1. I don't know if she's watching this, but just in case, you're awesome. But she's like in the same situation. I think she might be a year older than me, but she was talking about how like she just turned 40 or about to turn 40, and she is also unmarried, no children, and she wants that as well. And she was talking like, she was saying like, oh, maybe it's not meant for me and stuff like that. And that made me sad because like I feel that too, but also like I mean she seems, I don't know her, but she seems like a really sweet person. So just like the fact that she was like, oh, maybe it's not meant for me, like it made me sad watching that. So I hope it does happen for her, and hopefully everyone that wants it, hopefully it happens. But yeah, it's hard because it's like the one of the things you can't really control. You can work on your job, hobbies, living situation, even kids, but like meeting your person, unless you want to do arranged marriage, which I don't want to do. No thank you. Yeah, so it's not really, I don't think it's a good productive to focus on that. Like I'm just a little surprised though, because I don't know, me, like when I was younger, I never thought that like, I mean, I knew I would probably be married a little bit later than like my sisters. Like that's not shocking to me. But like I didn't think maybe 40 I would still be single. I thought it'd be happening by now. Like I've always been more like a school, work, career person, because I was like, the love thing, that's gonna just happen. That's kind of what I thought when I was younger. And I was like, oh cool, like I don't have to worry about it. Like I'm just gonna do my thing and love will just appear. And it hasn't happened. So, but like I also feel like focusing too much on dating, I feel like that doesn't work either. So I don't know, maybe like have more of a balance, like work on your own stuff, make your dream life, but like maybe once in a while go on a date. I don't know. But yeah, it's just kind of weird. But my sister was the second youngest, was definitely more about like dating and everything like that. And she actually met her husband because of me and his brother. Yeah, because his brother and I worked together. He was like a year older than me, and then our siblings worked together, and then they met, and now they've been married for a long time. I have 2 kids, so I'm like, excuse me, I did my good deed. Can I get my man? No, just kidding. But I just think it's kind of funny. But yeah, I think that's probably like the best thing I could say. Like if you're not like for me, I'm happy like where I'm at right now. Like I'm not in my dream life yet, but I'm working towards it. Like the fact that I'm in Europe is already like really good progress, but it's not like it just happened like that. It's a lot of work, a lot of sacrifice of like, okay, like I'm gonna be working a lot, I'm not gonna go out, I'm not gonna have a drink here, like saving up as much as possible. So you have to make some sacrifices for your goals. You have to think like, okay, what's more important, having this cocktail or having the Starbucks coffee, or living abroad? You have to kind of think about that until you get to the point where you're rich and you can just buy whatever. Okay, but until you get there, you gotta decide what's more important to you. And I just want to give you guys a hug, to my fellow 86ers, or 85 is pretty cool too. 87, you're cool as well. So maybe let me know, what kind of things that you think about, mindset wise, that maybe help you with like being scared to be 40 and stuff like that. And then just life wise, I just want to say like, I always try to have fun. Like I don't really think like, oh, I'm 40, I gotta be all serious all the time. Like I definitely can. Dang, I gotta edit now. I gotta edit that because my camera turned off. I went a little bit too long. Sorry about that. But if you're still here, thank you. I'm trying to wrap it up. Okay, don't worry. But what was I saying? Oh my gosh. But yeah, I try to have fun, and I'm serious when I have to be. But I feel like just because you're 40 doesn't mean you have to be like lame and just like dress like a, you know, older person. Like I'm wearing the same hair, same makeup. I don't know, somebody might say it to change it, but hey, it works for me, so I like to wear it. Like same clothes that I like to wear. I'm just because I'm 40 doesn't mean I'm gonna change that. Like this dress is like, I got it, I don't know, maybe like 15 years ago. It's a 15-year-old dress. Can't really see the dress part at the bottom, but it's all black. But yeah, I got it 15 years ago and I'm still gonna wear it. Like if it looks good and I like it, if you like it, just keep wearing it. Like we don't have to change how we look. So I don't like those comments on, you know, that I see like, oh, you're a mom, why are you wearing that? Like, because she likes it and it makes her feel good. Like, okay. I don't think it's disrespect unless you're like, I don't know, being like super raunchy or something like that or whatever. But I love when I see women who like, they're still looking hot and sexy even if they're a mom or even if they're in their 40s 50s. Like to me it makes me happy seeing, you know, men and women just like being themselves and like doing what makes them happy. Like, and I hope you are too. And you know, if you feel like maybe you need to do a little change here and there, like do it. You know, if you want to go to the gym or, you know, just walk more just to get more cardio, do that too. Like do anything that's going to make you feel good. Like I don't want you to, you know, feel down on yourself or think that like, okay, I'm 40 now, so like, you know, I gotta look like, you know, those people in the 40s back in the day. No, like, can still look hot, all right? Can still look hot. So do what makes you feel hot. And stop judging people. If you're judging people, stop it, okay? And I think that's about it. So yeah, just focus on what you can control. First of all, think about like what's making you unhappy in your life. Kind of take an assessment. Like, is it your living situation? Is it work? Is it the city you live in? And then just try to make a plan. Try to make a plan and see how you can change those things just one by one. And you're going to feel like much better once you're making progress. Yeah. And I know like with everything going on in the US, like it's pretty horrible. So just take care of yourself as well. You know, it's really good to care about other people. Like, trust me. That's one thing that's kind of stresses me out too. Is just like seeing how I you know, I wish I could do more. I've always been that kind of person who like, I just want to save the whole world. I just want to save everyone, but like you can't. So unless you're like a superhero or a billionaire or something like that. So just focus on what you can't control, just like little things, and the little things will add up, you know. Help someone in your neighborhood, do a good thing for somebody, like that's also important too. Like taking care of yourself, but also giving back however you can. That's also a great thing because like it helps you not think about yourself for a little bit. You know, volunteering, I think that's a really important thing. That's something I've always enjoyed doing. It's really nice, like especially if you've gone through something like a heartbreak or you're mourning a death or something like that. I've had a lot of people die in my life. I've definitely gone through heartbreak. And one thing that's helped me is just like to give back, volunteer in some way, just because you kind of get out of your head. First of all, you get out of the house. That's an important thing. Being in nature, getting outside, getting fresh air, that's important. So do that if you have not. But also just like when you're helping people, you're not thinking about yourself. You're trying to focus on what you can do for that person. And it's nice to take a break and just get out of your head and think about somebody else. So if maybe that's something you have not done, try to do it. Like I said, help in any way you can, even if you can't help in person, just by donating or, you know, paying for kids, you know, lunch bill, you know, at the schools when they do stuff like that. Like any little thing I think helps. Like I think that's going to make the world hopefully a better place. We need more of that. Like we need so much more of that. So yeah. And I'm sorry this was a little bit longer than I wanted, but I just, you know, I have ADHD, so sometimes I just go on long. You know, I try to give a lot of details and stuff. But if you are still here, thank you so much for watching. And this is not sponsored. Okay, I just want to show you this because I'm going to do, if you're new to this channel, hi, welcome. I should have said this earlier, but I give a lot of advice, some whatever, just based on my experience and things like that, because I'm a big sister. So yeah, but one video I have coming up is my hair tutorial, because like I said, I've been doing this hairstyle for a long time just because I've tried different things. Nothing too crazy, but I feel like this is just what works best for me. And I get a lot of compliments and people always ask me, how do you do your hair? So I'm finally going to make a video showing how I do my hair, the products I use. And I just wanted to show this one in particular. It's literally the last thing I put on my hair before I go out of the house or before I make a video. And no, it's not sponsored, but John Frieda, if you're watching, hit me up. But it's called John Frieda Frizzies. And it's literally just like a little drop, like the tiniest thing, and you put it all over your hair and it looks all smooth. And I know it's a little weird that I'm saying this now, but I want to share it. I'm the kind of person that, like, if there's something that I like that works and like it could help someone else, like I want to share it. So this little thing is crazy because you can just buy one and it lasts for a long time because you only need like a drop and spread it on your hands. So I just love that product. I just wanted to say it. But yeah, I didn't want to make a video like saying like, oh my God, poor me, you know. I just wanted to kind of reflect on some things I thought of and just kind of where I'm at, and see if anyone else out there relates. Maybe if you have like any stories as well, like if you're a little bit older, like, oh, you know, you thought you were going to be single and childless forever and then you met somebody. Like, I love hearing those stories of like you met your person and, you know, when you thought you weren't going to meet them. Like, I love those stories. So if you have those, please put them in the comments. I love those. It makes me feel really happy. And yeah, and like, I don't know, I'm recording this, it's January 31st. I don't know when it's gonna go up, maybe the same day. That'd be cool. And you know, it'd be kind of cool at the end of the year, maybe I'll have met my person. We'll see. If not, oh well. Hopefully I'll still be living the life that I want with my doggy. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I already said thank you again, but you know, I just want to say it again. But yeah, I hope you share some cool stories, and I hope you stick around and can get through being in our 40s together. It's not scary. Okay, if you're not there yet, like I said, just, you know, be prepared for maybe like on dating apps, it's gonna go down a little bit because of the filter, the age filter, not because of you. All right. But yeah, please share any cool stories that you have. I want to hear. All right, thank you so much for watching. I gotta go now. Shut up. Bye.